There is only one thing for sure in the 2017 Music City Bowl, and that is that the Wildcats are going to win. That's because both Kentucky and Northwestern use Wildcats as mascots. These are two teams who both had solid seasons, and this should be a fairly entertaining game. This will be the 17th bowl appearance for Kentucky, who enters the game 8-8 all-time in bowls. The Wildcats have lost their last 3 bowl games, including last year when they fell to Georgia Tech in the TaxSlayer Bowl. Northwestern is in their 14th bowl game, and they are 3-10 all-time. This is their 3rd straight season appearing in a postseason game, last year defeating Pittsburgh in the Pinstripe Bowl. Kentucky is led by head coach Mark Stoops, who is in his 5th season as the coach of the Wildcats. His record at Kentucky is 24-31. Stoops has coached at USF, Miami, Florida State, and Arizona, among others, before taking the Kentucky job in 2013. His bowl record is 0-1. The Wildcats lost their last 2 games of the season and 3 of their last 4. They gave up a combined total of 86 points in the last 2 games, falling to Georgia and Louisville. Kentucky is averaging 25.8 points per contest while allowing 28.6 per game. At the same time, they have matched up well in the running attack, gaining 120 yards more than they are giving up. They're giving up on average 83 yards per game more through the air than they are producing themselves. Kentucky has an outstanding running game thanks to Benny Snell Jr., who has gained 1,318 yards and scored 18 touchdowns this season. Snell is averaging 5.1 yards per carry and 109.8 yards per contest. He will need to be a dominant force in this game, keeping the Northwestern offense on the sidelines. The big playmaker on the Kentucky defense is Mike Edwards, who not only leads the team in tackles with 90, but also has 4 interceptions this season, which also leads the Wildcats. Josh Allen leads the team in sacks with 7 and is closely followed by Denzel Ware, who has 6.5. Northwestern is led by head coach Pat Fitzgerald, who is in his 12th season with the Wildcats. Fitzgerald has an overall record of 86-65 and has led Northwestern to 7 bowl games, earning a record of 2-5. The Northwestern head coach is an alumni of the school and spent 5 years as an assistant before being named head coach. The Wildcats looked like they were in real trouble when the season began, as they dropped 3 of their first 5 contests. However, they won their last 7 games of the year, including a triple overtime victory over Michigan State and overtime wins over Iowa and Nebraska. The Wildcats are averaging 29.7 points per game while allowing 19.8. Justin Jackson is an impressive young running back who has gained 1,154 yards on the ground this season with 9 touchdowns. He only has 4.5 yards average per carry, but his 255 rushing attempts in 12 games tells us a lot about his character. He will battle for every yard and is not afraid to carry the ball 20 to 30 times a game. Look for Northwestern to use Jackson as a means to wear down the Kentucky defense. Speaking of defense, the Wildcats are led by Nate Hall, who was 2nd on the team in tackles at 79, 3rd in sacks with 5, and also has 2 interceptions. When teams from the SEC and Big Ten get together in a bowl game, it is usually quite an affair, and there is no reason to believe that this battle between the Wildcats is going to be anything but a real cage match. Kentucky and Northwestern have excellent running games, and it would not be surprising to see each of these teams decide to try to grind it out and wear down their opposing defense. It's going to be the play-action pass game that's going to make the difference here, which favors Northwestern and quarterback Clayton Thorson. Look for Northwestern to win and cover the spread in a game that will be slightly over 51 points on the total.